Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another 1 versus 1, and this is game number 2 between LucifroN as the Terran in the top right and WhiteRa as the Protoss in the bottom left. So this is a best of 3 or best of 5 or best of 7, I don't know. I have 3 games from it. They were recommended. That doesn't mean that this is the entire best of 3 or best of 5 or best of 7. So if it's a best of 3, then it's the complete thing. If it's a best of 5, then it may be the complete thing. If it's a best of 7, then it's definitely not the complete thing. But I don't know. So we're going to have to wait. As I said, these are recommended, so it doesn't mean that well, not every game out of a series gets recommended normally. So I normally have like 2 out of 5 or so that are good games and that are worth casting. But I don't put on the recommend tag myself, so yeah, it's all up to someone else to recommend them to me. And yeah, I just cast them. So anyway, we have a wall-off coming up from our Terran player. It's kind of the standard way to play against Zerg, not so much against Protoss. But I guess he just wants to be safe against that scout, because if the scout doesn't get through, it's a whole lot more difficult to defend against it. Especially with Protoss. With Zerg, you still have the Overlord flying in, or that might be flying in, and he's going for straight up expansion. Wow. Yeah, really risky, but it may actually pay off for him. And yeah, we'll have to see if that actually pays off for him, because it is economically, of course, the best opening you can get with the the most income you can get. But it may not actually prove to be super well in the late game. Can he actually hold off this expansion? No, he's not going to. Yeah, he is going to. And he is going to build that pylon. The pylon, of course, yeah, will not prevent the expansion, but it will prevent the correct placement. And I'm not sure if that's worth 25 minerals, but I would say, yeah, it is. And it's definitely a better thing to do than just run in and do nothing. But yeah, he's going to have to reposition that. Yeah, well. So we see a bunker coming up here, but the gateway is already completed, so I'm not actually sure if this is going to work, and especially because the 2 Marines are still pretty far out. No, not actually really far. Okay, but the harassment from the probe was good enough. And no, don't chase them. Oh, okay, or get the kill on the SCV. And after that, of course, this gets cancelled. Yeah, that was pretty obvious. And we are going to go back to our normal way of playing. Although the rushes are fun and such to watch, it is kind of distracting from the main thing. It's great for us, but it's not great for them, because yeah, both of them are really busy with something that's most of the time not going to work. Sometimes it does work, and most of the time it's just a waste of time. But yeah, if it works like 5% of the time, you still win 1 in every 20 games just because of that. So, yeah, why not? Anyhow, we're just waiting for something to happen now. Everyone is just building up. And yeah, with both of them just building up, they're kind of... It's not, yeah, it's not really an interesting part of the match to watch. Of course, the battles are the fun part to watch, but there is something to be said for watching what they actually build. You can see that in the top left. I'm not going to focus too much on it, but you can see that the Terran player is mostly just going for barracks units. Or mostly, he is going for barracks units, now building a factory. But yeah, just barracks units all the way up until the point where he gets a factory and gets some probably tanks out. But the Protoss player here is going to level up his crap a little bit more. He's going for gateway units, sure, but he does have that cybernetics score going already, and yeah, he normally goes for a little bit more of a an offensive build, I guess, a more pricey build, because the big units, they have bigger shields, and the bigger shields, yeah, they regenerate better. But no robotics facility out yet. 3 more gateways, so 6 gateways total, and that is a really aggressive strategy. It means that we are expecting to get a whole bunch of units over here. And yeah, he is going for the aggressive move here, building another pylon just outside of the range of that bunker, maybe even the vision. And wow, just so many SCVs. He really wants to hold that front. And yeah, here we have it, all of the aggressive units coming out. And come on, guys, just run in there, kill those SCVs. And yeah, the Terran player really held back in his base. Not able to do a whole lot. By the way, that was the AI just going after those marauders. He didn't want to do that. Another pylon coming up. And here we go. We're going straight for the bunker, but that is not going to work. He needs to go for those SCVs. And oh, he's focusing the stalkers on the SCVs. And look at that. Just getting all of those SCVs. And that may actually just be worth it. So lots of new units warping in. And that's what you can do with 6 gateways, of course. You can warp in a whole bunch of units. But look at the amount of damage on those zealots. The zealots just melting to the fire there. And yeah, the pylon was a little bit too close, or he warped in a little bit too close, because yeah, they just did a little bit too much damage. And he didn't really have an army left after that. But there's the army coming in. The nice force fields, and these guys are trapped. Yeah, he gets quite a few of them right there, and that is excellent. So let's see. We have 14 workers killed, so 14 of the SCVs getting killed over here, and that is going to put a big dent in that economy. Yeah, you can see it here. The Protoss player just way over the amount of harvesters. And yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen now, because both of them lost quite a few units in that, especially the Protoss player, but the Terran player lost quite a bit of economy. And although the economy is still about, well, the mineral income is still about the same, the Protoss has more gas income, and about 100 more. That's about 20%. Yeah, so that's a pretty big deal. And we're going to have to see if that actually pays off for him. Is this going to be a drop, or is it just going to be a frontal assault with heals? It seems that it is a frontal assault with heals. Losing 1 stalker there for nothing. Well, for a stim pack, I guess. So here you see it. Yeah, those marauders just really good against the stalkers. And they are going to do quite a lot of damage to that. The marauders are going to get away at very low health. And if only he had charge or something like that, then he would have been able to hold that off a lot nicer. Well, to pick them off a lot nicer and a lot better. But yeah, everyone just retreating back to their bases. And yeah, two bases versus 2 bases currently, so not a really big deal between those. It is just a matter of building up for the moment. And he is going for those Colossi. And Colossi, yeah, they're really expensive. They can actually do pretty well, but they are really expensive. So if you lose them to the enemy air units, which is normally the way to deal with them, he doesn't really have any Not only not really. He doesn't have any Vikings out yet. Building his first 2 now. But yeah. If he loses those to the enemy air units before they do enough damage, then he's going to lose. And if he doesn't lose them straight away, then he's going to win. So the pylon over here gets taken out. Good eye by, good scouting I guess, by the Terran player. But there are more pylons in here. I don't know why he has so many pylons. It's not like they're free. They're 100 minerals each. Every time you lose one, it kind of sucks. But I guess he just wants to use them for scouting or something like that. We have a drop coming in with this warp prism. We're going to have to wait until that actually happens because it kind of stalled. So here we have, yeah, the first volley shot at that Colossus. Look, it's just melting before it did any damage. So the first Colossus goes down, the second may actually go down in a moment. No, it's going to stay alive for now. But those Vikings are definitely hell-bent on defeating it. Yep, there we go. Losing his second one, he still has 1 remaining. And he doesn't really have the range upgrade yet. Oh, he did have the range upgrade. So the GG comes in from the Terran player already. Oh. As I said, there was a drop incoming. I just didn't see it anymore or didn't watch it anymore. That's kind of sucky. We're going to watch how the game ends because this guy is coming in and it is going to drop 4 zealots straight in the middle of everything. And let's see how many kills they get. Actually, it's not that bad. They are going to take out all of the units. And is he going to warp in more? No? No. Not for now anyway. Oh, but the zealots are still alive. So he can actually warp in over here. But yeah, he lost his base. This base was not mined out, so I don't really understand. But yeah, he lost his base here, and yeah, that sucks. But he could still fight. I don't really understand. He was behind though. He was behind. Oh, this is where it happened. He scouted this. He didn't expect to see such a large army. I guess that's what made him surrender. He probably thought he was up against a smaller army. But yeah, the Protoss player was doing great all game. He had that third base up and running, and yeah, just did a lot of early harassment over here somewhere. Over here. And he took out so many of the workers that he had 39 workers skill total. But yeah, he took out a lot of the workers right there, and that was, in my opinion, where the game was actually won. And of course, you still need to hold on to that advantage until the late game, until you can actually finish it. But he did that pretty well, and this last drop, plus the fact that he just had a much bigger army, just sealed the deal. Anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG!